Okay, so quickly try to make this recording. All the night they were harassing and trying to attack and do things uh, uh, to us to me in the bank vault. They said we're gonna let you do that too. And there was a man that they came before riding a bicycle. He's making noise, and I know there's something wrong with him. They said, and he started crying when I tried to call the police on him. The police just didn't respond. And Mr. Sid, and they like hang up. And Mr. Sid, so obviously they were trying to. I told them off because I'm sure there are crooked police that as Jenna and Beyonce, breast implanted Adolf Eichmann's son-in-law, and all those other people during our kid's abduction, that they're trying to make a snuff film of me and my beloved husband Shabby, and always threatened and bragged about doing that. They're trying to make a snuff film of me and that part of our kidnap abduction when they had me in the foyer and they bragged up. They were showing us what they called a snuff film. This woman was running for her life, and they were eating hunks of meat and popcorn, and Jenna said it was some woman they didn't like, and it was a snuff film. But they said, she was running for her life, and then they filmed it, and she died. But they said the reason we got away so much because they have crooked law enforcement, crooked lawyers, crooked judges, and things like that. They bragged about that, and then they were going to try to kill me, and I saw Bush and basically sit the breast implanted Adolf Eichmann son-in-law they call Beyonce and Jenna and Obama told Bush told him to get rid of me, to kill me really quick. But that's it. They were trying to come out blessed chemo shabby. They dressed me in uh, uh, blue and white clothes and red, and they peed on me. But that's it. For the yellow and the Russian flag and obviously the Chinese flag, and they tried to make me drink urine, and Bush told him to get rid of me really quick. Basically said, and you have to kill me. And Beyonce went and got a camera. Basically said, and stick camera, and they put me on plastic and tried to make me drink urine. I wouldn't drink it, and they then that Obama told that one of their people to pee on me, and he took his general out and peed on my face. Basically said, and they had a gun, and they were going to try to blow my brains out and make a film, make a picture of it. Basically said, but one of the rescuers obviously knocked out the door, or someone was coming to alert them that the rescuers were coming. This is it. And that's probably most likely what is, that somebody's coming to try to rescue, and they took me downstairs, basically sit and put me in a car and shoved doo doo in my mouth. And they took me to a place where there was a shed, basically sit. Now obviously I kept other people there, and in the shed they had blue and white things. They said there was dog hair. Look, the sheets were dirty blue and white, and there's dog hair all over it. You know those sheds that you put your work stuff in the backyard, but they actually kept people in there. So and kill people. Then they took me to a room that had no windows, and then a woman asked me, how long have you do you ever ask for anything once a month? I said I asked you to She said they had me for a month, and they hadn't seen any. Don't I ask for something once a month? I said, I'm a little girl. I don't have that. I've never had that. They were trying to find out if I had they knew that hadn't had a cycle, but they said, because they never saw it. But they said, when I told them, I said, I have never had that. I asked you to let me go home. And because they're absolutely the secret criminals would be the Secret Service were going to try to rape me, the man and woman, and then try to force something. Basically said, but I was still biologically, physically a little girl. As I said, we were still quite young. I was 8. I turned 9 during my kidnapping. I hadn't seen a cycle. So to make a long story short, now they had crooked law enforcement, crooked judges, and crooked people. And Bush told them to kill me really quick, basically to kill me. But they weren't able to because somebody knocked at the door. It seemed to me it was a person that was telling them that the rescuers were coming, and they had to, and so what they were going to do, try to do really quick, and they took me down the back stairs of this place that they had their own projection room where they showed movies, and so it's a sit and then the man took one of those plastic baggies, took doo doo out. I had seen them that they were mixed with it. Rihanna, Robert Gates, and Madonna, and all those people, Ishi and Fake Mo, and they were peeing in a container, and they were pouring it. Go in the bathroom. There's a bathroom off this kitchen, and they come out and pour it in the container. But that's it, and they tried to make me drink it, but I wouldn't drink it. I closed my mouth, so they peed in my face, and they were mixing caca with a pistol and a mortar. Those things you use the pharmacists would use when they had a bucket, because it was really nasty. And it was all their caca, and they tried to make me eat it, and they pushed it in my mouth. Because I said, I was in that car. I said, Obama talked about how they hated our people, and they wanted our people to eat their caca and drink their pee. How much they always hated us and all the stuff like that. And so this we went into the internet too. So, the crooked police were attacking, letting people attack last night. Maybe there are some of them are afraid that it's a spiritual thing, because it's a spiritual thing, like the movie that we told you that we made about how the bad try to hurt the good, and we Jews win in the end. How the man had gauchets, and every time there was something spiritual, his nose would bleed. We told you it's a spiritual thing. Okay, so now to make a long story short, so they hang up on me and laugh, but this man was crying. Okay, when they broke my jaw, the men were crying. They tried stomped on my face and tried to kill me, and one had a weapon. When they punched a hole in my face, the man was crying. The blood poured out. They were crying. So basically said, when I see them cry, these soldiers that come from another place, I know they're trying to murder. Because I said, it seemed the man wasn't crying that punched a hole in my face. He had the syndrome where his eyes, all the white disappeared, and it's just a pupil. And I was busy looking at the pupil that had expanded in his eyes, and he went to kill me. So I said, but the other three soldiers, the one that pushed me down was crying. He said, and so I looked for that, and so when the man like he wanted to try to do something to me when he went out of the vault, but I'm on the phone basically, and I'm telling him off because this man I'm telling him off and tell the man off, and he didn't know what to do. But said he would try to hurt me and then try to go out. He was getting smart and everything. But said, and he has a nice bike and he had on goggles. But said, so there was something wrong with this person because he was crying. And there was another guard of mine that saw. I was the guard. He saw there was a man in there and something was wrong. Because said, but the police, they kept hanging up on me. You're talking too loud. They'd hang up. So I told him, I called back and said, I know you're trying to kill me. Basically said, all the police are crooked. But we go back to Jenna and Bush, everybody. They have crooked law enforcement, crooked judges, and crooked people in place to try to kill people because that's how they got away with so much. Well, they placed their people in different places too, but now the people are being caught. But I want to let you know that too. Now the Trump person, I thought I saw motion into his throat that he would kill me, basically, and kill us, basically. It's obvious that I thought I saw light hair like Trump has, like somebody was trying to play Trump, because Trump went to jail here when he got caught trying to come out of me. He was arrested here in the city. So it's obvious the man went outside and changed shirts and a hat. Like I saw a dark-haired man. That's it. So I told her, I said, because I asked him, so was that a Trump lookalike going on? You always talking about you like that man? But I said, and he's telling me he's going to kill me. But I said, he looked a little thinner, and his hair. I wear reading glasses, but I know that I saw something different. Like the women last night that were arrested in the bagel place, and the men with them. But I said, she looked different because of what she did. She put on glasses and she put on a different colored purse. And they started to arrest me in another spot, and the other one put on glasses. But I know I saw them in the bagel place. There was a bunch of them. When the security came, they left that group, and the man and woman were pretending to be from another place. But it was Liam Borman, and but their accent kept breaking, and they kept going back to American accent, another different accent. They weren't from England, but they said, and the man the man that was arresting me, and they said that man had a husband. I said, I know you're not ours. But they were attacking like that. But they said, when the guards came, they got up and left. But see, they attacked. They do all kinds of things. Like this morning. It was like 5:45. They started attacking. They said the crooked guards were with the horrors that arrest me all the time. They said, and I saw that Trump person. There was nobody else. A Trump-looking person that was coming when I was going trying to come inside here to wait or find a bathroom, and he's attacking me. So I just want to let you know that too. Now I hope it's clear. We'll talk to you later. We'll write to you more. But I want to tell you now, Bobby, she died of a broken heart. Also, we told you that her beloved husband, our beloved Abadod, the Sikh Prince Philip of Greece and England, he had a separate procedure. Remember the Facebook before? And we told you he died. Because it's obvious somebody killed him. Because and she was never right after that as far as her husband went. She was like, what do I do now? How she falls inside. She had a broken heart, but she knew that she had to carry on for her people. Basically, so she told us, her and her husband talked about it, and that and because people were giving them death threats, people were giving him death threats, people were giving her death threats. Basically, they said that they give her skin cancer, and she never wore makeup, except she wore a little bit sometimes to try to throw people off. Basically, so I want to let you know that too. So she said that she would that they talked about that she'd go on as long as she could, because she to help her people, to help the people that she had that God made her born to help. It's 32. So She actually, they were talking about when they kill her and stuff like that. They threatened her lives and stuff like that. And so, threatened her lives. So, and she always, she just, they were poisoning her and doing things that they gave her skin cancer. That was obviously a act of poisoning. That's why we know, even though I was kidnapped off out of memory, she knew. She said God told her to, and so basically said she died in 2006, and that we told you that the people, and Fergie was supposed to have announced that Fergie died before, and the reason why she let Fergie do it because the people were bothering Fergie too, and so basically said, and her relative, her niece and granddaughter, basically said, daughter of Ariel Sharon, basically said, and she only one man, her first cousin. She married for all eternity, Prince William, the Sikh William, WILL.IAM. That's her husband, Prince William. You can tell he's a royal, but it's it. So we just let you know that too. And they were murdered on the same day when we were over in America. We told us that, and they went back to heaven. We saw, because they said we saw them control them, and the control panel in the studio was like, what did I see? He was like, he was like really like, and somebody said sit. And that time the rabbi came with us because they were really quite afraid. He came with us that time too, and they just knew something was going to happen. They couldn't get to. We told them not to try to go to their hotel. They tried to go to their hotel, and they were shot trying to get outside the studio. So we just want to let you know that too. So that really happened. So and she was trying to help her feel better, and she wanted people to know because Fergie thought nobody would know about her either. That she would go before anybody knew about us being Jewish royals and things like that, and that who we are. And all of our family, and so plus people were bothering her, and so Bubby let her walk across the table in our private club. It's a private club for royals only, and if you do something bad, they make you sit in a corner, and everybody, reprimands you for it. So basically, said so a club that a private royal club, and she was allowed to walk up to make her feel better, and how the people were just bothering her and everything, and plus she was making that it was supposed to be for the announcement of when Bubby Bubby what was gone because when she died. But so and there's a lot of stuff in it, like if they murder you, what how people would feel and how they would react. But just and how the family would be really mad. And even that part also, I cried when I thought about it. She, like a little girl, she tells her that she'll always love her. Basically, and so it made me kind of like cry. So basically, so we just want to explain that to you too, also. So they let me make the announcement because I had no memory. But I said when all this happened, I remember Nasika's mother our aunt and mother and sister at our other house when they were still trying to help remember and trying to get me out of there and trying to get us out of there because we're not from over there. When they came on TV, it was an announcement made. She said, "Don't you know that the Queen has died?" And I said, and I'm looking at her, but I remember when they put it on the news because we lived in a special place, even though a place where they were trying to murder us, but a place where our people would get to us and try to get announcements to us and things like that. We took the television station, everything. So we just a private television station and radio station. So we just wanted to tell you that. And I didn't remember, but now I do. So they let me make the announcement. And so she said she plus she wouldn't be able to finish these things. She said we'll make it instrumental, and so it said so everybody can hear because it was a request of Bubby, our beloved Bubby, Queen Elizabeth, that she make the announcement. So okay, so now also we want to tell you it was slow how she obviously how she left, but obviously people were hurting her and she was poisoned. Like when I got the death threat of they threatened to Sika's mother too. They stole my purse. They wrote on everything came back, but see they stole it in a place where I was living, and but nobody had a key to the front door, so it had to be somebody at the front desk that stole it, somebody inside. So I called everybody, said they stole my purse. They said, and that's when they announced that John and his wife had died. They stole my purse, because it said, and I was getting a replacement. They had stole my card, because it said, and so they were and so I called everybody. I said that my purse is missing, because it said, and somebody in here had to steal it. The purse came back. Nobody knew who did it, but the man at the front desk had the purse. But it said obviously he had the purse. But it said he's the one that opens up the doors for everybody. But it said, and but on the bill was written the year 2000. It was a death threat. So I got some kind of thread here. Nasika's mother died in the year 2000, and so basically said our aunt and mother and sister and cousin. And so basically said, and so we just want to let you know that too. So they were given a Bubby death threats too. And so we just want to let you know too. So we know that from that, obviously somebody also because of the things that were happening to her, and plus she had been poisoned, and she had cancer, and they had threatened to give her skin cancer. That obviously that also they did other things to her too, but she tried to hold on as long as she could. But that's it. And so we just want to let you know that too. She loved her husband very much, and she didn't, but she said they talked about it because they would get, if things would happen, and they just wouldn't, and they talk things up because that's a husband and a wife. And then she told us what was happening. Okay, so now also they want me to tell you, and I'm going to tell you, the people that are attacking her. Now, everybody here is not bad, okay? Because we're listening to God, and God said, in the end, everybody here will be mostly Jewish. But it said, the good people, they're good people. Money comes from God, okay? But it said, you're not getting any money, and because it says, if you do something bad to get things, that God takes away plus what you had. That's it. So so we know that money comes from God, and rich people know, rich people with us know that if you're not good, that God takes your stuff away. That's it. And we know this has been the Jewish commerce, and we know that money comes from God. I'm the only one that has that email. Always the top, never the bottom. I have that one. Always had never to tell. Creditor to many nations, but debtor to none. I have that. This is it. And I know, especially for our beloved God has got alone. This is it. So we just want to let you know that too. And so that means that we'll always have, because what we do is our God says that money comes from God. So now we're going to say this, because there's a lot of people, a lot of bad things around. So now we just want to say that the bad people try to do things, and so they have to go, and basically that's it. Now, a long time ago, we told you that another page that you saw, that my beloved shabtai, shabby, we are going to announce us as being a Jewish king and queen. We lived here in Switzerland. Palais de Rumin was our palace. We lived here, but the Nazis came, they killed us quick. The same people that you see in Pastor Charles and Ishi. Ishi was Ferdinand Marcos, and George Bush and Mr. Robinson. They came, they tried to kill us, and they tried to kill us, keep them being, like they did now. This is it. And they go. The people, they're fallen. We don't think they ever left until the time that they left this time now. This is it. So so because God said, remember, the war in heaven is over, and now the war on earth is over. So when the war in heaven is over, the fallen things are gone, and the bad things are the war on earth. The fallen things that mix with things, the things that they did things with, they go. So you can go look. The Apostle Charles tried to kill us, and tried to kill us really quick. He tried to steal things. Apostle Charles is not anything. My beloved son Kisrit and I were beloved wives to each other for all eternity. And Apostle Charles was somebody that came and bothered us in the 16th century. Him and Beyonce, rest in planet, my son-in-law, who was Donald Trump's relative, and we were gonna ascend the throne as a Jewish king and queen in England. This is it. And they came and they killed us on our wedding day. This is it. They crashed our wedding, and then they came and we were putting a fire on fueling the fire in our fireplace. And they shot my husband back, and they shot me in the face. This is it. And then we went to heaven. This is it. And Pastor Charles and Beyonce came bothering us. Remember those pages we wrote about that? And Pastor Charles and Beyonce came bothering us. This is it. And God, they can't go to heaven. They couldn't go to heaven. This is it. And God took us back to heaven and told us what would be, and all kinds of, we were born on earth again. So that's it. And so we just want to let you know that too. And so when we did that, so when we were born on earth again, they had to try to come and do things again, but now they're gone. Because when God came and sat in his chair, God told Apostle Charles he can take him out in a hurricane, and Apostle Charles said he'd just be in cold spots. God said he can make a hurricane in a cold spot, and that's what happened. Hurricane Sandy. It goes all the way to Maine. It's usually cold. This is it, and it's unusual for a hurricane to go past New York. And it was so much full force, and they told us that the people were crying, but it's it. But all our people made it. So, and all our people make it, and all our people made it. And the people that did bad, that 10 million people in New York died. There was only 20 million people. Half New York died. This is it. But they didn't tell the truth. Okay, just like when an asteroid hit the other day, I always get news from the earth and sky. And so basically it said, when they sent the email, it said, please, it said asteroid strike, and then it went blank. Then they said, can you help us? Will you help us? Basically said. That's what all it said. And so it said, and so I just then I showed you what happened, because when I was telling you everything, the gays and the dirty people I'm taking off this planet, It said, and so and the horse and everything. I could feel that God was sending the words for me to say that, and that God was quite angry. This is, I want to let you know that too. So, okay, so now they wanted me to tell you about that. So now the bad people try to solve. They're gone now, and they go away. They're really good. Can't you see that it's the devil, as my beloved people trying to sit on the throne of God again? They're really nasty. They think that they're all that, but God dries up their air. God dries up their breath. God dries up everything that they do. So this is part of our kingdom. Always been part of our kingdom. So that's why they can't get this either. They can't get any of our kingdom because God said our kingdom is non-transferable. That means they can't take it. That means they died trying. That means that they did all kinds of dirty things and to try to get things. There are people here that are from here. The mentality of a real Swiss is not like the people you see attacking. The mentality of people that are attacking are like everybody, every place doing things to us. And what they did to our Saudi family, they're Jewish. It was really wrong what they did to them. This is it. He only had one wife, okay, and he didn't have any children. We're his children. This is it. They picked the number 4 because my favorite age is 4. This is it. Remember, he told you, he said, tell me what your favorite age is. Remember that? So basically, my favorite age was 4. And so basically, and so what's your favorite? I think it was 4. I said, I don't have much to go on. I'm really still quite young, but I think my favorite age is 4. So basically, so I wanted to tell you that. So he only had his wife. She was Jewish. Can you see which one it was? Okay, but she was really something. I remember her. But she was rich. She was Jewish. They believe in God. But you can see he's Jewish too. They called him MBS. You can see our uncle, dad, cousin. Okay, and his beloved wife, also our aunt and our cousin and our mother. They were Jewish. Basically, and so we just want to let you know that too. And so we're his blood niece and nephew. The blood niece and nephew. He adopted me his daughter. So my husband became his son-in-law as well as being his nephew, and I became his daughter, and we became their son-in-law and daughter, as well as being their blood niece and nephews, which I want to let you know that too, and cousin, because their dad was our blood uncle. He adopted me his daughter. That's we became his son-in-law and daughter, and so they did that too. So they gave her wrong medicine. And I understand how she felt because she loved him very much. And she said the sleep isn't enough. She just wanted to sleep. And the pain that her husband was gone. But somebody gave her medicine she couldn't take. And when she died, she came and she sat in the open with everybody and laid on the couch. She said she couldn't breathe, or she didn't feel right. She felt sick. Somebody gave her wrong medicine. Something she couldn't take. So we just want to let you know that too. Now we want to we'll talk to you since we can. We wanted to tell you these things. These people are quite crooked. It's like our beloved Abado King Constantine said. It's a shame. He was also Jewish. He said it's a shame how they try to plant all their dirt in our things to try to take our things. It's worse than the Gun Project conspiracy. What the people try to do to us. Now I repeat. I'm going to tell you there are good people here. All right. There are good people all over our kingdom. The good people are going to be. It's just it. The people here, they're good people. The bad people came and tried to hurt them. It's just it. And so we don't tell you that too. And so we know that the number of good people were small. But the bad people, there's a whole lot of those. And God says not to worry because the end of the bad is the moth and the worm for them. And our God defends us and our God fights for us. It's doing that too. So, and so we know that the bad people go away. They did something really wrong. And we know that the people that did things that came and tried to do not from any of our things, and it's just like the people that they tried to take the identities of some Indian people. They were here and they have like their embassies or something like that, and they had to get a special ID. But they came from Swaziland. It's not true. They didn't come. Bobby caught a long time ago. They didn't come from Swaziland. They were from India. So obviously that Aaliyah tried to take their identity. That's it. So what we're gonna have to them? They're not African. Somebody said that the Leos made with death row inmates of Africa and prostitutes. So it's obviously trying to take the identity of Indians. From India, but they were caught. Bubby caught it. And they didn't even look like they were from Swaziland. So people are trying to take their identity. Like when I went to go pick up my car, it was supposed to be there. The woman says, "It's not your name." Another Leah person is my name. My name is so long you can't even nobody would ever know it, all of it, basically. And that's my name with my card on it. We're talking to the company now because the card never showed up for me to see. So the company saw who we notified, Interpol and our beloved Royal Rothschild's family banking police, basically said, because that's my name. And we're sure that they tried to commit identity theft. Now Hitler did that, didn't he? And so we told you that, we're telling you that Ali is a black Nazi. It's just it. Everybody knows that. And so we had tried to tell you that, to tell everybody that. We tried to tell you that, so now we tell the whole entire world because of what it tried to do. You know, the Nazis never cared about any color. And basically said there's black ones, there's white ones. They just didn't like good people or good things. They didn't like our God. Basically, it's one to the two, and they didn't like our God's people. They're really quite disgusting. And so don't think they wouldn't try to come here and do things. They wouldn't try to come to the center and do things. We're holy people. Basically, and money of a good source is holy. Money, God is the one that gives you the ability to be wealthy. Not anything that you do crooked or any bad thing that you do or all the lies you tell. We don't tell lies. You know, there'll be no liar left. It's just it. So we just want to let you know that too. Something else we're going to tell you. And but so oh, okay. We told you about the movie. We told you that in the end of the movie, woman said that she was really she had wait all her life to wear that red dress, and they drive off, and the Jews win, we win, our faith wins, and the Christian people, their stuff leaves, and then the other a pagan thing, because everybody with us believes in God. We're not anything but are God's people. So basically, the other people, they're really wrong. All the best stuff they do, the angels say, the angels didn't fall say, can't you see they're really bad? Everything they do is bad, which is true. The bad people, so bitch will let you do that too. Again, so also there's a movie I told you that we saw. We had something to do with making that one too. It's what the Germans did, the Nazis did, when they were trying to kill our people and take our things. I cried, and I cried when I cried myself to sleep. I said, Shabby, this is so wrong. You know, see, I'm their queen, okay? I'm a Jew, and we're the king and queen of a very large kingdom, blessed forever, never destroyed people, and we don't like bad things. They try to kill our people, the Nazis. They ate they ate our people, and they tried to kill us, and they tried to take our identities. You see that, right? Just a bunch of nasty, dirty, Amalekites, because that's what they are. The penny of robbing or wrong doing, and they think that everything that they could do, they're at war with God, the Amalekites. But because our Bible says that too. So I saw that my husband told the little boy, do it like this, you know. And he was a little boy too, but he was a little bit older than my husband. He was older than us. But he said, but I cried. I cried when I saw. In the movie, the little boy was a swimmer. He got a medal and everything. But it's how he when he went to perform, he had to do extra because he's like, please see, I can do this. Don't kill us. They said, and it was just, and then the Nazis came and they took him and another part of his family. They eventually killed his mother and father and other people in his family, and they killed, and it's just it. And I fell asleep crying looking at that. That they would just do that. The Nazis try to kill our people and try to kill us all off. So we know if they get the cup of reeling, people that try to do that to us. They get in the book of Obadiah, it's one page, what they try to do to us, the bad people get until they're no more. So we just know that. We know that it doesn't go backwards when we live for eternity. And it's just it, and the bad people go away. They really go away. So you need to understand that. So I was mad at those. Obviously, they give me the crook police, that were trying to, because I told them, I said, I'm sure you're trying to kill me. You didn't, and hanging up on me. But it's just it. The man that was leaving, that left the bank vault was crying. I'm going to tell them that they're now we're picking on the bad police were picking at me yesterday trying to do stuff. I know they were crooked. So so the bad police, they're arrested by the good police, because that's how it works. That's what it said. And Greece, let me know that the crooked police are called phony police, and the Greek police told the police here, the good police, don't do anything bad, because she doesn't like bad about me. I don't like bad things, basically. And my beloved shabtai shabby said, the Greek police call me some kind of super police. But it said, you see, we watched a lot of policemen with little kids, because we know we'd be a king and queen of a very large kingdom that lasts forever and destroyed no people, and a very large kingdom that lasts forever and destroyed no people, and our people. We know we'd be a king and queen of a very large kingdom that lasts forever and ever and never to be destroyed with his people, and our population being Jewish. And so we had to make sure we could keep them safe, and also help them and protect them, basically, too, with all the things that our beloved God has given us. So basically, so we have holy police. We keep those holy police because they and real holy police. We need those. We have holy police in Israel. We have holy police here. We're gonna have that. We have that. We have holy police in Albania. We had to hide them. The bad Americans came and tried to take them, try to make them leave. So we hid them. So we just wanted to, and then we pulled them out. So everybody with us is holy. We know we have holy police. We had some. We made some here. This is it. And so this is it. And we had some here. We know that money comes from God. We know that we're Jewish. This is it. And so we said we know that our people here are Jewish too. So we just want to let you know that too. And we know that I'm good. The people with us are good. We have good people here. It's the bad people who try to take things. Everybody knows how this is run. This is it. And so the bad people were only here to be caught. And this is it. So and they're being caught now. So and we just let you know that too. So we'll talk to you as soon as we can, and try to be careful, safe, and on alert. Know that our God rules the universe. Our God is called a rock, and our God is a winner. And we're our God's holy people. Our God is holy, and our God lives above the sky, above Shemayim, and we love our beloved God love very much. So now we'll talk to you as soon as we can, try to be careful, safe, and alert. And all of our people are good. They're with us, okay? So don't, God said in the thundering, don't, there are good police. We have good police. And so that means that we have good police, okay? The bad police go away, but that's it. And we have good police here too. But it's just that I had to tell him off because the man in the bank body could have been trying to do something to me, which he was crying. But and they were like making jokes, making fun of it. It wasn't funny, And they hang up on Americans, and then they're trying to tell lies on other people. They're trying to tell lies on me, our family people. We're sick of these dirty people. They lie. We don't lie. We come from a family of you. Whoa. Well, we learned early and young, like how to cover your mouth when you cough, or wash your hands. Basically, we just want you to do it too. So we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful and on alert, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. See, this is a dirty man that's disrespected my husband. It's not correct. Somebody said they don't respect us. So you try to be careful, safe, alert, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. But we do have good police, okay? We have good security people. We have good police, and we just want to let you know that too. And we're honest people. That's basically it. And now, try to be careful, safe, alert. And everybody with us is good. And the people that talk dirty and nasty are not the good people. Harvard's harassing us sexually and sexual harassment with their mouths. And there's something wrong with that. Because that's what they do. As basically it. And anybody that tries to do that's what bad people do. They're epitome of being wrongdoing. They do bad things. They steal, they lie, they do all kinds of dirty things to people. And everybody knows that if anybody tries to do something to us, they do something to anybody. We know that too. So now try to keep separate. We talk to you as soon as we can because our God, who is God alone, protects us and is with us. And so we'll talk to you. And he says, "Happy angels that identify themselves with God. Me and my beloved can be sweet, and our family kids will be sinful. The fountains of our kingdom, kingdom will last forever, and never destroyed. People never transform the people to live for eternity. We're sealed by our love. We're sealed by our beloved God alone. And our people come back to resurrection, and they live for eternity too, as they're sealed by our beloved God alone. And so we just let you know that too. We'll talk to you as soon as we can, and try to be careful, safe, and on alert. It's going to be Shabbat soon. Look at that. We'll talk to you as soon as we can.